Well, hello there. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another podcast of the Footie Femme Fatale podcast. We are approaching the end of the season. That means there's only a few matches left in the local leagues. There's only one match left in the Champions League. So let's just get going and then we talk about everything.
Turn the volume on for a woman's football show. You're listening to Footie Femme Fatale, a women's football podcast.
Alright, so first of all, the Champions League. As you know, if you heard my little video in our Instagram or on our YouTube, I was there in Lyon watching the women lose against Arsenal. In Arsenal, we had a returning goalkeeper, Van Domselaar, and maybe that made the difference because she wasn't there in the first leg, but she was there in the second leg in Lyon. Lyon was ahead after their visit in London, 2-1, but unfortunately they lost 4-1 or 1-4 in Lyon in their home stadium, which makes Arsenal one of the finalists in the UEFA Women's Champions League. In that final, who are we gonna watch and see? Well, I'm already spoiling it, but it is Barcelona. Once again, for the third time in a row, they are in the final. Third time in a row. They're actually now... they can win the final for a third time in a row. So, in Lisbon, the final will occur on the 24th of May. I will also be there, so if you're around and you see me or you see my Footie Femme Fatale logo, come say hi and we'll hopefully see a nice little match. I'm looking forward to it, so let's just move on to the local leagues. So in the local leagues, let's just talk about the first one, which is the Dutch league. I don't have a Dutch shirt, I'm sorry. I don't have Ajax, Twente or PSV, which is actually the top three of that league. There's only one match left, which is quite historic because it's actually going to be between two teams for the first place. So the third place is already secured by Ajax. Unfortunately, they are not qualifying for the Champions League this year. But the first and second place is a very close tie between PSV and Feyenoord. They're both on 54 points at the moment, and Twente is ahead because of the goal differences. So, one match left, which is next Saturday. PSV will play against Feyenoord, who is respectively at number 5, and Twente will play against AZ, who is actually at number 6. So, really close end to the season, but we actually get a preview of that battle on the field in the Dutch Cup. So, Twente and PSV are both playing for the Dutch Cup, the KNVB-beker, and that will happen today at 2 p.m. Central European Summer Time. So if you have ESPN, go watch the cup final between PSV and Twente, because that's going to be a very tight match, because they're also battling for that first place next week. So battles all around. The top scorer of the Azerion Eredivisie is Jamie Ravensberger of Twente. She has 21 goals. This is pretty good. Let's see if she will be the top scorer at the end of the season. Moving on from the Netherlands to Serie A. Serie A. I don't actually have any Italian jerseys yet, so yeah, that's probably on my to-do list to buy. But last year's Serie A top scorer was actually Berestein, but she plays for Wolfsburg now, which we'll get to in a bit, because in the Serie A, Juventus actually secured their top spot in the playoffs of the Serie A women, beating Milan, I think. But they won 3 weeks ago and they are first in the playoffs. The last matches of the season in the playoffs will be today and tomorrow. Cristiana Girelli is the top scorer of that league with 19 goals. She's also from Juventus, so that makes sense. And just to quickly mention, there was a negative spin on all of that when Juventus won the Champions League, because Alicia Lehmann, who you might know, she has, I think, almost the most followers as any female football player. But yeah, people were commenting on their celebration video saying that she was in the center the whole time but barely played any minutes for Juventus. Yeah, do with that what you will. Any publicity is publicity, even if it's negative. But yeah, I would say, there's a reason why Alicia Lehmann is so popular. And because people are popular, they tend to, be the spotlight of negative publicity also. So brush it off, move on, because we'll move on also to the Frauen Bundesliga, which is the German competition. So let me change. That's not the correct shirt. I should be wearing a Bayern Munich shirt, but I'm sorry, I don't have a Bayern Munich shirt yet, because Bayern Munich won the competition. They won the league last week for the 6th time. They won the Frauen Bundesliga, and they won the cup, the DFB Pokal Cup, for the 2nd time in a row. Not in a row, for the 2nd time. So yeah, well done to them, because they've secured the double. But normally, Wolfsburg, the shirt that I'm wearing, that Berestein is also from, they're pretty dominant in that league as well. So they came in 2nd. There's one more match to go, which is tomorrow. And the top scorer of that league is Berestein with 17 goals. So yeah, that is Bayern. Oh no, the next one is the Liga F. Do I have to change again? I guess I have to change again. Yes, the Liga F. This is Arsenal at the back. I know it's not a Spanish club. I only have a Barcelona shirt, so bear with me. But Barcelona is playing against Arsenal in the final, as I mentioned before, the 24th of May in Lisbon. But in the Liga F, it's actually a tight squeeze. Barcelona is not yet the league champion. So this is very tight, because Real Madrid is breathing down their neck. They're only 4 points differences, but they have 2 more matches to play. So Real needs to win 2 times in a row in order to be ahead of Barca, and then hope that Barca does not win one of those matches. Because if Barca win the first match coming up or the one after that, they will be the champions. So a very tight squeeze. Barcelona did win the cup, beating Real earlier this year. And Real actually beat Barca in one of the league matches, which was a big upset. There was also a very controversial decision made by the referee, whether someone was offside or onside. I won't go too deep into that, but Barcelona was livid because they were clearly not offside, and they were called offside. So, very interesting match. That was a preview of the battle that's going on in the table of the Liga F, Spanish league. So hopefully we'll see a very exciting end to this. So Eva Pajor, the Footie Femme Fatale that we've mentioned to her a couple of months ago, she is the top scorer, 21 at the moment. That can be higher. You know, Barcelona has these huge scores sometimes. So yeah, maybe we'll get even higher top scorer this year. So, moving on to the French league. I do have a French flag for that. Oh. So yeah, let's move to La France. Here we go. France, the D1 Arkema league. The playoffs will start tomorrow. So this is a different type of competition. At the end, the top 4 will do a playoffs against each other. There's 2 semifinals, and then there's the final. So tomorrow on Sunday, the playoffs start. So that's 2 semifinals. Lyon, who secured the spot at the number 1 spot, will play Dijon. And there's another Paris derby, PSG versus Paris FC, will play the other semifinal. Now that match is actually a repeat of their cup final. And surprisingly, PSG lost that match against Paris FC, making Paris FC win the cup for the first time, I think. So that's a rematch of that match. PSG is probably very eager to win this match and then compete in the final, probably against Lyon, but let's see. Lyon also was kicked out of the cup fairly early this year, so can be anyone's game. The top scorer of the French league is Clara Matteo with 18 goals, and she plays for Paris FC. So there you go. I think I will correct myself if I'm wrong. All right, that was the French league, leaving us with the final league of the season, the Women's Super League. Oh, this is the English Women's Super League. What is happening there? So Chelsea secured their first spot last week. So congrats to Chelsea for winning the Women's Super League. But what is left? What can we still look forward to? So on the 4th place, unfortunately, Manchester City secured that spot. They cannot make it to the 2nd or 3rd place. Why is this important? Because the 2nd and 3rd place will actually help you qualify for the Champions League. 2nd place, slightly better than the 3rd place in the Champions League pre-rounds. And that is between Arsenal and Manchester United. Now that's actually going to be a match or battle on the field, because Manchester United is playing Arsenal in the final match of this league. So very exciting. That happens at 1:30 Central European Summer Time, so that is 12:30 in English time. So yeah, if you're watching this, it just came live, so you should be not watching this and watch those matches on YouTube. It's totally free, so have a look and see Man United versus Arsenal. The biggest top scorer of that league is Alessia Russo and Bunny Shaw with 12 goals each. So we'll see if one of them will make more goals than the other. And that's it for all of the leagues. Moving on, and yeah, just a quick heads up of what we can expect of this podcast. Oh, look at that. All of a sudden I have some jacket on, a Footie Femme Fatale jacket. So just so you're aware, the Footie Femme Fatale podcast is not going to be just a podcast. It's actually going to be a content channel where I interview people. I, go to the stadiums and see what people are expecting of the game and who they want to watch and blah, 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 all of that. So if you want to know more, please follow us on Instagram or on YouTube, where I will be posting more and more videos. So it's not just a podcast anymore. We do have that as a recurring thing, but I just want to keep you all updated on the women's game, anything that's on and off the pitch, because so much is happening every day around women and football. So that's it. That's all I have. Be sure to watch the television. Just knock it off. There's a lot of matches today, tomorrow, next week. All of the exciting ends of the season will come soon. So please watch TV, support your local, support your favorite players. And yeah, I'll see you hopefully in Lisbon, where I'll be watching the game, the final, wearing this jacket. So if you see me, say hi. And then just to give you a heads up, there's also going to be a big new episode with 2 other hosts. So an actual in-person one. So hopefully you're ready to, watch that one. It is quite an interesting one. So please be sure to check out YouTube, check out Instagram, check out Spotify, or whatever you're watching or listening to. So please welcome them, and hopefully you have a great time. All right, I'm gonna now quickly edit this because I want this to be ready before the matches, because I want to watch a lot of football this weekend. So see you all soon, and bye.